Hello, and welcome to another episode of Todd Talks. And Todd Talks people listen. Hopefully. Don't worry, I'm not going to railgun you, but oh my gosh, if I could. So today, we are reacting to the latest Death Battle episode of Killua versus Misaka Makoto. And I won again! Yes! 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 Yeah, I'm so happy. I am in the positive. It took me quite a while to get there last year, but now I am in the positive, and as I'll discuss later, I think I'm going to stay there. So, yeah. This was a very fun episode for various reasons, not the least of which is that, once again, Death Battle was bringing in more new franchises to break down, and you could tell that they were doing their best to try and explain the insanity of these universes, because, how should I put this gently? Like, this was a Wiz episode. Like, this was Wiz being in his element, describing everything in, like, this insane scientific detail, and it was. But if you remember the Johnny Cage Captain Falcon episode where Boomstick was, extremely happy about the result and how the fight ended, like, this was the Wiz version of that. They even mimic that in the end with the result. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode, not just because Misaka won, but there was a lot of questions about how to scale these characters, and I even mentioned this in my preview video, because in a wiki I found, it said that Killua could go 150 miles per hour, kilometers per hour, and I'm like, well, that's not right, because he's a lightning kid. He clearly has to go faster, and sure enough, he can go like the speed of lightning, if not faster. And that was actually something that the G1 blog, who got this one right, so good job, G1 blog. You've redeemed yourself for Adam Ant-Man. Remember, they picked Adam in that one, so I didn't feel so bad for losing the premiere. But yeah, they said that this was not as much of a stomp as people thought, because there were so many factors here, not the least of which was Nen. And I actually want to apologize, because I clearly did not go deep enough into my Nen research. Obviously, it wasn't enough, not for Killua to win, but there were so many things I wasn't aware of, including like how aura is invisible, or how there's like the 6 different types, and you can be like usually in the middle of 2 of them. That designates your abilities. And I didn't talk enough about assassination mode, though I did mention it, and so on and so forth. But Nen is insane. Nen is absolutely insane, and that is, you talk about the certain scientific index or magical index or scientific railgun, where that's just as important with the whole, like, they got to do like massive calculations, and if she makes one mistake against Brunhild, she's going to die, but she didn't, so she survived and stalemated her. And I didn't even talk about Brunhild, because I didn't find that in my research. I guess that was later in magical index. Power creep. Ah! So, but there was a lot of questions about how to scale both Misaka and Killua, because in both of their books, including the railgun, like the actual railgun technique, it's stated that it's Mach 3. And I cited that in my preview video, because that was like the most consistent thing. And yet, as they noted, that's not accurate, because of the force we're seeing, the abilities that she has through the railgun, and the fact that in one book or manga, she outclassed a Mach 20 missile with her railgun, which, it's 17 Machs. That's a lot of Machs, ladies and gentlemen. So it was interesting to see how this all scaled. And like I noted, even though she has lightning abilities, her lightning is specifically stated to be light speed 5 times. I found 1, but there was more, so I was happy about that. And then of course Killua with Godspeed, how much would that help with reaction time? And as both the G1 and I noted, Killua is an assassin, so he's better at hand-to-hand, so he could totally outclass Misaka that way, but would he be able to land the hit? And I was honestly unsure in the general sense of who was actually faster, and both the G1 and Death Battle noted that, no, actually Misaka is faster, so that was actually really, really impressive. As for the animation, I enjoyed it. I definitely would rank this as the number 2 Death Battle of the season so far, and yes, I know that's not, like, saying much because there's only 3 episodes. But this one definitely had a certain flair to it because, and I'm being honest here, I think these were some of the best looking sprites Death Battle's ever had. Like, I don't know if it was just because they had a good reference, like a place they could pull from, or they just customed all of them, but these were seriously some of the best sprites that they have ever had. I'm talking like top tier. You almost kind of felt like you were watching an anime at some points because of what they did with these sprites, and that's awesome. I love that. And there are times, we can all cite certain Death Battles in the past where the sprites just didn't look good, or they just felt like underdeveloped or underutilized, and yeah, but this was definitely not one of those. This was like, high quality, epic sprites. It felt great, and there was a lot of fun with this fight with using the wits of both Killua and Misaka to try and top one another. Like, oh, he's better at long range. I better keep my distance. Oh, she's got more power for lightning. I gotta get in close. Not a problem. Problem. And hey, great job, Death Battle, on that fake out death. I'm like, no, there's no way Killua wins like that. And then it was the body decoy, and he's getting like absorbed by the iron sand. And then Makoto brings out the rail gun, angle 40 degrees, speed, and then bang. It's like, that was a fun way to end it, and that was important because as I noted, these are strategy characters. These are characters who use their minds to do incredible things in battle, and they have to with their abilities, both in terms of Nen and the railgun and Esper abilities. So I'm glad that in the end it wasn't just about the power that they wanted to show at the end, but the fact that Makoto would eventually, create the strategy that would put Killua down, and I love that. So very fun Death Battle. I'll definitely be watching it again this week, if not today. Well, today's Sunday. Remember, I'm a planet level champion, so I get to watch it early. But I will be watching it more this week in the lead up for the next episode. And, oh my gosh! Next episode, I am both incredibly excited about and incredibly sad about, because next time on Death Battle, we are getting Rocket Raccoon Fossil Stats! So I'm incredibly happy about this, because this means, ladies and gentlemen, if you recall my prediction video for Season 10, I've already gotten 2. I said Atom versus Ant-Man because of Ant-Man Quantumania, and I said Rocket versus Stitch because of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I am 2 for 2. So yeah, I obviously would not have known about Killua versus Misaka. So actually, okay, fine, 2 for 3 so far. I knew about Soulsborne, so that doesn't count, as like with Build Cord and Colex, so those don't count. But so of the ones I was able to predict, I am 2 for 3. Yeah. So why am I sad about this? I wanted to be Stitch. I seriously wanted to be Stitch. I know I can do the voice. I mean, I know I'm not prominent voice actor. I'm still trying to build up my cred and get some more positions, but I seriously submitted to 12Cadence, the official place where most Death Battle voices get cast, and I made sure that I do Stitch Force. Stitch Force. Oh yeah. Well, okay. So, alas, I will not be Stitch in Death Battle. I would have totally told you. I would have broken the rules and totally told you if I was Stitch in this Death Battle. But alas, I am not. But I already know who I'm picking in this one. It should be really, really obvious. Also, this was a community Death Battle, and they kind of spelled out why a certain someone might win. So, yeah, this is going to be an incredibly fun fight. I'm sure it'll be 2D. I'm okay with that. If we had gotten Rocket versus Sly, it would have been 3D. Bank on it. But oh well. So, yes, next time, Rocket versus Stitch. It's going to be awesome. So, with that in mind, this episode of Todd Talk, what did you think of Killua versus Misaka? Did you enjoy the animation? Did you learn a lot about these franchises? Or would you maybe be willing to go and check them out now? I still need to get into Hunter x Hunter. I know that there's, the anime is not done, and it does like 2 different anime. It's weird. But, you never know. So, and are you excited, of course, for Rocket versus Stitch? Let me know in the comments below. So, I thank you for watching. If it means I know you were listening, and I'll see you around.